Gudyantiv. 1 year ago, I stood before all of you for my first Yom Kippur appeal. I was a brand new president. I was the singing president. My approval ratings were polling in the high 90s. The future seemed so bright, and I was so excited to address all of you face to face and ask you for your support. I took for granted the ability to explain to you in person how asking people to contribute to a place that is devoted to spiritual well-being and repairing the world is such a high honor for me, and how vital your contributions are to our viability and our success. And now, a year later, I'm just a paltry, pleading, petitioning, praying, precocious, pandemic president. Alliteration works for Ami. I long for those simple days when I could sit in a packed sanctuary and see and pray with all of you, when we could all hear Dan's booming bass bounce off the walls, when I could sing with my sons on the bima, when I could stand in that long security line, and when we could all look up from our seats in person and listen to Ami's insightful and extensive sermon. Those days will come again. They surely will. But for the time being, we will continue to rely upon technology, our collective creativity and ingenuity, and crucially, your gifts, the lifeblood that sustains our synagogue. You know, nearly 40% of our revenues comes from your gifts, not annual dues. It supports everything that you see and hear, everything. Our clergy, our staff, our programming, our technology, our enhanced health and security measures that are necessitated by the pandemic. Our synagogue rests upon the shoulders of the generations before us. The future of our community now depends on us. I know this is such a difficult time for all of us, and that is our challenge in the face of these hardships for each of us to give as much as we can. We have witnessed the devastating effects of the pandemic on people's lives and livelihoods. The truth is close to home. Members of our synagogue community have succumbed to COVID. Vulnerable congregants have endured loneliness and isolation. And every day since March, we have provided substantial dues relief to members who have lost their jobs and suffered tremendous hits to their incomes. With pride, we can feel grateful to our clergy, our staff, and our many members who have responded with so much kindness and caring, assistance, and with friendship. We all took so much for granted, but one thing we can't take for granted is this place, this wonderful synagogue, that it will always just be there. It's not true. It takes lots and lots of hard work, volunteer support, and yes, money. The truth is, there has never been a year like this before. And I dare say that no future year that we will see will ever be like this. Now, we need everyone to contribute as generously as they can so that Stephen Wise Free Synagogue can continue to be our Jewish spiritual home, our supportive community that sustains us from our first days to our last, from generation to generation. Someday we will all be back again in the synagogue. The sanctuary will be filled. The cantor's voice will be bouncing off the walls with everyone here together. I'll sing again with my sons on the bima. you'll stand in that long security line. And we'll all sit together as a community and look up and listen to Ami's insightful and extensive wisdom. But until that day comes, please, please continue to support our synagogue as generously as you possibly can. Please dig as deeply as you can and contribute to the synagogue as meaningfully as you can, like every member of our board has done. Indeed, many of our board members are increasing their support well beyond last year's gifts. You can make your pledge online by clicking the donate button or by sending your Kol Nidre pledge to Stephen Wise Free Synagogue by mail. For those of you who are not members of our synagogue and are watching this online at no charge, we strongly, strongly ask for your support as well. Before I close, I would like to take a moment to share with you an excerpt from a note that we received just a few days ago from one of our online viewers. It's just one of many, many that we receive. She writes, I found Stephen Wise Free Synagogue's Erev Rosh Hashanah replay by accident when I was searching for another site. I listened to the replay early this morning, wrapped, then joined the streaming of your 10 a.m. service today. Thank you. Your service has resonated with me more than any I've attended since 1968. Of note, our mother died on Erev Rosh Hashanah 2016. To participate in your moving services during her yahrzeit was especially meaningful. I would like, at your convenience, to discuss the possibility of joining your congregation from afar. Having been unemployed, I am significantly short of funds at present, but would like to consider the possibility of helping volunteering virtually until I get back on my feet. If this doesn't work, I simply want to thank you for guiding me along this New Year's path. My friends, of all the things that your gifts make possible, in my view, the most important is that it allows all people who seek to join our synagogue community the ability to do so. At the end of the day, it is our synagogue that makes our community possible, and our community is our synagogue. This will be my last Yom Kippur appeal. Next year, there will be a new president standing here. As is our tradition, I will ensure a peaceful transition. But in all seriousness, fellow congregants and online viewers, given the unprecedented hardship that has occurred for so many over the past 6 months, for those who can do so, please help make this the largest Yom Kippur appeal in the history of our synagogue. We really need it. Have an easy fast and a year of good health. Be safe, be well, and Lishana Tova.